All right, so I want to ask you a question because only a week ago you were telling us, and you're telling everyone who watches the show, thank you all of the watchers, we all appreciate you. You're telling people to watch the show that Burr was cooking, that there was no reason to worry about anything that was going on. That's your words, not mine. Your words. And it's only been a week. A week is a long time in football, Egal. So I would love to understand where you stand on Burr, because my friend, Arsenal fan. Very logical, very coherent. He says Burr can't finish. Yeah, he says Burr, he's not a closer. He's not a closer. This guy can't close deals. That's what my friend says.
Hey, Jay.
And the evidence dictates, like, hold on. Yeah? Sesko couldn't close it. Gyökeres hasn't closed it. Mosquera hasn't closed it. Yeah? The deals you've closed, Kepa, 5 million. Norgard, whatever. Yeah? Zubimendi wasn't him. So I'm going to ask you again, Egal. Yeah? Your criteria. How's Burr doing?
Burr's doing his job very well. We're on pace to have our best ever transfer window in our club's history.
Oh, my.
That's the reality.
Oh, but hold on, Egal, but I could have sworn I was on your Twitter earlier and I saw Noni Madueke with a big red X through it, and you were saying no to Noni. And then you had the audacity, hold on, you had the audacity later on to say, let's not be negative to Noni. Bro,
no. I said don't abuse.
If you post a picture of somebody with a red X through them, I assure you, you are part of the problem.
No, I said don't abuse them online. Don't send him DMs. Don't start saying stuff about racism and stuff like that.
Posting a picture with a red X through it is acceptable. You think that's
okay? Yeah, you can be against the transfer. You don't have to come here and send the guy personal messages telling him you're garbage.
So you think this generation of footballers who are the most online footballers of all time, who reference jokes between themselves that we talk about online, thus showing that they clearly read and see what we post. The fact that you didn't post it, do you think the fact you didn't DM him, do you think that makes it so much better?
Bro, I didn't cuss him. I didn't say he's what do you call it? Like, I didn't start making.
Bro, hold on. No to man.
I didn't start insulting him. I just simply said, one second. I stand by what I said. I said the guy, I don't think he's good enough. I don't think Arsenal should be spending money on Noni Madueke for £50 million. There's players like Eze and Rodrigo that are available, that are better players. And I think even he would agree that, you know what? This guy's not making fun of me or cussing me. He's just simply showing his frustration towards the club.
The best bit of the video.
Why is this guy making it seem like, Jay, why are you making it seem like I'm sitting here personally attacking the player? I'm not doing that. That's what I think the issue is. I think the issue is that people have taken it upon themselves.
Egal, I thought you were one of us. Yeah, I thought you were one of me. I would never do that. I would, if somebody says no to something and does a hashtag, I'd go to them and say, listen, what objective benefit is this to the situation, seeing as the club is not going to turn around and listen to you? Maybe if it was Greenwood, could have a justifiable case from a moral point of view as to why you don't want to sign the player. You just don't want that.
No, because I view this as a backwards step that could potentially hurt our club in years to come.
All of the criticisms that you had.
Noni Madueke.
When I look at the criticisms, Egal,
Noni Madueke. Here we go, bro.
Hey, what was it? Noninho.
No, you're taking the piss.
I'm saying, what's the difference?
Noni Madueke. Here we go.
We got Noninho. We got Noninho.
In excess of 50 million. My club for life.
Wow! Imagine the timing of me saying this and for this to happen.
My club is a money-making machine of life. You know what, yeah? I have to say a club for that, man. I can't believe
the best bit. Sorry, I'm gonna say this, bro. The best bit of Egal's video, big up Egal each and every time, yeah. But he proper sat there, and all the one bit that made me laugh, you were like, he's not worth 50 million. Hey, he goes, he's not worth 50 million, and even his potential is not worth 50 million.
Ems, you know how crazy this is? They put in a bid yesterday, and we managed to agree on a deal within 24 hours. Do you know how
Is he an Arsenal fan? He must be an Arsenal fan.
This is actually crazy, by the way. I can't believe he managed to agree a deal in 24 hours.
You made some good points, though. You were like, Chelsea signed Palmer for 40 mil. What's Madueke going? Do you know what I mean? You made some good points. I don't think it's hate. It's just like, I don't rate him for 50 mil.
55 M's. He got our 55 M's.
Listen,
I told Egal we're gonna get 55 M's for this brother. What did I tell you, bro?
Listen, I'm saying, but listen, I'm saying, Ems, that like if you look at it, Madueke is not as bad as people think. Yeah.
Yes.
Because somebody asked me. No, because the thing is that if you want, like, and I'm being logical here. You've got Mbuemo and you've got Kudus, right? Now, if you want to sign a left-footed right winger in the Premier League, right? Madueke is probably next up. Alternatively, I'm actually surprised you guys didn't go back for Omari Hutchinson. Because
no, but they're going to play him I think they'll play him off the left. I don't think they're going to play him off the right.
No, but what I'm saying is Omari Hutchinson would make sense to me. You could maybe get him for 30+ million. I'm sure he's got some sort of release clause at Ipswich. He used to play for Arsenal. He plays off the right. I don't know why you guys. I have no idea why you guys didn't say something to Omari Hutchinson. For like maybe you could get him for a little bit less. But I'm not. I think Noni's a good player. I understand the reservations because if you're Arsenal and you're seeing that you're buying players from Chelsea, there's no creativity in the transfers. There's no. You know what I mean? You just like going to Chelsea. It's like. Are you telling me there's no one better than Madueke at 50 million?
Hey, wait.
Before you go,
it's going natural better than Madueke.
Time out, guys. Before you quickly go, yeah. I know Egal knows this, and I think if you've watched me before, I told Egal, if you objectively just look at Madueke as a backup, wow, he's getting cool, bro. He's getting this.
Egal's looking stressed. Egal, it's not that deep, bro. Trust me, man. It's not.
It's all right, bro, man. I said this before, yeah. If you look at him, Madueke as just a backup option, bro. He's someone there that covers. Yo, Chaz is calling me. What the hell, bro?
Ahmed. Listen, I didn't really come on too much to talk about transfers, but if there's one person who we should be hearing from right now, it's not Jay, it's not you, it's Egal. Look at his face.
Yeah, he's
let him talk, man. Let him talk.
Bro, he already said it in his video. He said it all, bro. He said, look, like, he's not worth 50 mil. His potential was not even worth 50 mil. Like, then he's
all right. Let me just say this. Noni Madueke to Arsenal. Here we
go.
Noni Madueke to Arsenal. Here we go. I can't believe this. I thought we were going to go this window and legit make level-raising signings. If Noni Madueke is coming in as our first attacking option, we better go and secure Victor Gyökeres and another top player like either Eze or Rodrigo. If we don't do that, and our attacking options coming out of this window are Noni Madueke and Gyökeres, we have not done enough. I'm going to let them finish the window before I start going crazy. But at this moment in time, he's officially going to be an Arsenal player soon. We have no choice but to just back the player. It's not on Noni Madueke because we've spent 50 million on him. We can't abuse the player. It's not on the manager alone. It's on the people at the club. Berta just walked in through the door. Arteta, you can blame him. You can blame the people who signed him. At this point, we have no choice but to back the player. And I don't think he's going to be starting. He's not better than Bukayo Saka. I don't see him as a good left winger. I am disappointed. I am annoyed. And I feel like the club lied to me. As a fan who was walking into this window looking for level-raising signings, first attacking signing you make is Noni Madueke, is taking the piss. You have all the money in the world to go and spend 50 million on Noni Madueke, but you're haggling over 5 million for Gyökeres. You have all the money in the world to go and spend 50 million on a Chelsea player, 65 million on Kai Havertz, 115 million over on Kai Havertz and Noni Madueke, but you weren't willing to spend 15 million more for Isaac. You weren't willing to spend more for Bruno Guimaraes when we wanted him. You weren't willing to spend more on some of these other players in the past when we wanted to get them. Even just as recent as a couple of seasons ago when Caicedo was available and we wanted him in the January window, we ended up getting, guess what, a Chelsea player in Jorginho instead. I don't know what Chelsea have over us. I don't know why we continue to keep shopping at Chelsea. It's not brought us success before. But the only hope, the only saving grace is the guy's 23 years old. Hopefully he can get better. Hopefully he can do something. I don't see why this is the priority signing to get over the line before we start making other business. Because now you're gonna look at if you're in Crystal Palace, you're saying to yourself, Eze's price has just gone up. If you're Rodrigo's agent, you're saying to yourself, yo, Rodrigo's price just went up. Because Noni Madueke is half the player of those guys, in my opinion. But it's just the problem. The problem here is I don't know what they're doing. Does Saka have a serious injury that we need to prioritize a backup to Saka this much? Is there something underlying that we don't know? I don't know. I'm trying to bring logic to it. But at this point, I'm not going to bring it to the player. It's not his fault that we've signed him. It's not his fault that the club have decided to make him a priority. He sees Arsenal as a better pathway to get more minutes than Chelsea, and he sees a competitive team which he thinks he can improve. I don't know what the board were thinking, and I think the decision makers at Arsenal just always have to do something that is categorically viewed as a wrong decision. And I think this is the wrong decision. And once again, I think we've just strengthened a rival and weakened ourselves, in my opinion. I don't think Noni Madueke strengthens our team to the level that 50 million could benefit Chelsea's transfer kitty this window.
It's not benefiting Chelsea's transfer. Chelsea have just been fined a massive amount by UEFA, right?
Yeah.
So there are financial issues at Chelsea which they need to resolve because they've signed these long contracts with players. That's an ongoing issue that's potentially going to be rearing themselves season after season. So that 50 million will give them some respite perhaps for the next window. So yeah, and ultimately, Egal, like this is your opinion, and of course, many Arsenal fans may have a differing opinion, but the people who run the club, they're also entitled to their opinion. We won't know whether it's right or wrong until the players are on the pitch.
Right.
You know something? I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm sitting here in a year's time saying, you know what, I'm holding humble pie because he proved me wrong. But I just don't know. If that humble pie is ever going to arrive. As a Chelsea fan, Ahmed, what does he bring to the table for us?
I told you this before, bro. I think for me, and I said this before, Madueke is a great dribbler.
What's the sales pitch? What's the sales pitch? Here's the sales pitch coming in.
On an honest note, I always said, he's a great dribbler. I actually really think he's a great dribbler. Great grab the ball, right? I think the thing that obviously at Chelsea that we hoped under Maresca would have changed was his ability to make better decision making, right? Because once he gets it past his man, that's why I always say the issue of him has always been where he doesn't always make the right decision the vast majority of the time. So I think maybe what I've said before, maybe Arteta believes, unlike us, who gave him a lot more game time this season compared to the previous season under Poch, that he can probably help him a bit more in terms of those decision making processes at the end of the day. That's what I think it is, really.
Ahmed, I don't see that. I struggle to see how these lot can sit there in a boardroom and be like,
but you look, but
I know Madueke, 50 mil. Let's go. How?
But let me give you an example. Yeah, Havertz, for example, right? I think Havertz at my club wasn't great, and I think everyone here can agree with that, right? But when you went to Arsenal, Arteta was able to improve the player, right? He was able to get him back to a bit more of a better, much better, a suitable to above suitable level, right? So I think maybe Arteta still believes. Obviously, Madueke has been a bit average, I'd say, at Chelsea. I can get him to above average at Arsenal, and he can be a great backup for me.
But he's not even better than Wanyeri.
Maybe he sees Wanyeri
as a backup. Somebody just messaged me. They said, "Yo, Egal, calm down. Gyökeres is already done. We're gonna get to hear you go soon, and Eze is 100% gonna be the next one." Just forget about Rodrigo for now.
I don't see that happening, man.
Just forget about Rodrigo.
Cough up 70 mil.
Just forget about Rodrigo. Eze and Gyökeres are going to be the next two Arsenal signings. It's not going to be as bad as you think. Calm down.
I don't think I'd be surprised if you got Eze and Rodrigo at this stage, right? Because
no, not Eze and Rodrigo. Eze and Gyökeres rack.
Big up, no lie.
Yeah. No, but I have Gyökeres or striker as a given. So obviously none of those players are playing as a striker. I'd be surprised if you, as a striker, you get a striker and you get Eze and you get Rodrigo, I think that will be maybe a bridge too far.
Big up, no lie.
Ultimately, look, if Rodrigo is not necessarily super hyped about coming to Arsenal, or he, in an ideal world he wants to stay with Madrid, maybe that's made the decision for them. If you're Arteta and you're like, Rodrigo, do you want to come in? He's like, oh, well, I'd like to stay at Madrid. That's my main priority, and then we'll see what happens next week and all that kind of, like, that's not going. You want, one of the things that Arteta has tried to promote, right, is he wants Arsenal to be first. And if Rodrigo's not Arsenal's first, and look, don't get me wrong, it's been successful both ways, right? Sometimes you pick up players from teams that want to leave, they come to your team and they smash it, and other times you dodge a bullet. So it is what it is.
Something? I just feel like at this moment in time, I feel like we are Chelsea's side piece. And they come and
why you shouldn't measure yourself against Chelsea?
No, but
I don't understand
the main reason why I am looking at this situation and I'm saying to myself, it doesn't make sense to me, is because he was signed for 29 million just a couple of years ago. He has now Chelsea have decided to sell him 2 years later. I don't think he's increased his value by that much money to warrant 50 million transfer fee.
Arguably not. Maybe
I still haven't seen a David Ornstein tweet.
But part of that is
I still haven't seen a David Ornstein tweet. I just think, would 40 million be justified? Maybe. If the 50 million is 10 million in add-ons, right?
But if it's 40 plus 10, or
does that make sense?
50 million. No, apparently the deal was over 50 million pounds, bro.
Yeah, it's 55. I think it was at 45, 10 million
add-ons included.
No, it's not just 50 by itself. It's more than 50.
I think
it's just over 50 add-ons included. So say it's 52. Say it's 52, right? Say it's 12 million. Plus, yeah. Those add-ons. When we signed Wirtz, what did I say to you?
Look at me. I'm sweating. I'm literally hot. I'm so mad.
Egal. You know what I said when we signed Wirtz? You clicked me up, right? You said, what did I say? I said, I want to pay 115 million. I want us to pay 115 million for Wirtz. You know why? Because that means we win the Premier League. That means we win the Champions League. That means we win the lot. If you achieve those add-ons, fine. And if you don't, you spent 40 million. Yes, it's a bit of an uplift for Chelsea. The market's also gone up.
Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and leave a comment down below what you thought of that video you just watched.